Everybody, this is Grace. In this video, pardon the noise, I don't know why it's making so much noise, but in this video I want to talk about something that's happened to me recently online. And I've seen things like this happen before, but this one I want to point out, it makes me think of gaslighting for one thing, and plenty of other things. That was just way too much noise. But now, like I said, I've seen something like this, rather similar, but this one kind of, I wouldn't say it was worse than any of them, but it was not that great. Basically, it was a new group to me, and the group was a support group for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Now, that is important to note, that it was that kind of group. So that was the type of group, was for support, support group for people who had gone through narcissistic abuse. Well, it's like I said, it was new to me, and I posted a video, a video that I have on YouTube, like this one. Okay, and it wasn't this group. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. I should say. And I've done this before on different, in different social media, posted and everything. Even some that are really small ones, and this was in the past. And anyway, this the admin, she left me a comment, that anybody could see. Now, I wasn't directing it to anybody. It wasn't a bad video. It was on topic. It was on topic. So there was nothing that was bad about it. And I wasn't directing it saying, admin, look at this, or anything like that. But the admin left me a comment saying that she had a bad, she was having bad service, time with her service provider right then, and if I could write out what was in the video. And I'm thinking, that should have been red flag number one, really, seriously. She wanted me to write out everything that was in the video. No, that doesn't happen. That like I said, that should have been red flag. And then I wasn't on using that. My whole account, not just going on that group, but my whole account wasn't online, in other words. And for like 2, maybe 3 days. And then, but I saw that comment that she was, she couldn't do it, and I just, just kind of said, okay, maybe her service provider will straighten up. But I didn't comment. I wasn't going to say, no, I'm not going to write this out. That's kind of ridiculous. Why would somebody make a video if they wanted to write it all out, I just don't understand people. But like I said, it should have been a red flag. Yeah. Now, I didn't commit to memory, verbatim, everything that it involved another admin too. So these two admins, I didn't commit to memory all this stuff, But I'll give you the gist of what was said. And apparently over those 2 or 3 days that I wasn't online, that's an important part. I was not online. So I wasn't seeing these comments. But apparently they were, one did one comment, the first one, and the other one, a bunch of comments. So during that 2-3 days that I wasn't even online at all, I didn't get any kind of notifications that anybody was commenting. That first one that said that she had a problem with her service provider, and for me to write out what was in the video, she wrote again. She says, well, come on, what's the problem, or something like that. Like I said, I don't remember it verbatim, but what's the whole issue that's in the video? I wasn't online, remember. And then another admin started writing, she wrote, not just started writing, she wrote a whole bunch of comments underneath it. As it progressed, each comment, they were more and more aggressive, not assertive, aggressive, and basically demanding that I answer the first admin, demanding it, like I said, just a bunch of messages, a bunch of comments demanding this, and like I said, getting more and more aggressive as it went by. And then she's put that the date was yesterday, and it was yesterday that I was checking it, and she said, if you don't respond, we're going to do this and that. She turned off the comments. There was no way for me to respond. I don't care. I don't care that I wasn't online. I don't care that she said any of this. This is to me, somebody who is looking for a new target. It's like people say it's narcissistic abuse, and they're looking for more narcissistic supply. And that the whole gaslighting thing is that this really wasn't a support group. I cannot imagine anybody thinking that demanding stuff and then threatening is anything but that, or similar to that, some kind of form of abuse, power and control issues. She wanted power. Give somebody a little power. How you hear people say that, give somebody a little power and it can go to their head. Not everybody, of course, but yeah, kind of threatening thing. It wouldn't be threatening to me, it would be bye-bye. Was she said that she wrote that she was forwarding it or somehow copying it to files as a very big concern. There was nothing, like I said, nothing wrong with this video. It was just she's a control freak. That's how I took it, in my opinion. Big time control freak. But anyway, I don't know how that works, what she was doing, committing it to files or something like that, and as a big, huge concern. Wow, drama queen at least, Ooh. Ugh, did you see that? That was certainly real life happening in the middle of the video. There were some down lines over there. Oh my goodness. You didn't see them until I was right on them. Oh, wow. Good thing they weren't live, I guess. I don't know how that works. But anyway, this, so what I did is I unsubscribed to that group. I mean, logical, right? Yeah, I don't need to see a bunch of control freak, at least one. The original admin wasn't saying anything during all this, so where was she? But seriously, and like I said, it doesn't matter. Anybody tries to tell me how I'm going to respond and how fast, that's a no-no anyway. So I don't need to say all this other stuff about, I wasn't online. I'm not trying to excuse my behavior. That's none of their business. Who sits there online the whole time? But I don't have to make any excuses. Her behavior was wrong to start off with, and I'm not a person to make excuses for my own behavior in that kind of respect. It's none of her business, how often I get on to answer immediately. I must answer immediately. Oh my goodness. Oh, big time. Woo. What I did, like I was saying, was I unsubscribed to the, left the group. Okay. And then I thought, well, I probably should just block, I should have blocked the administrators, left the group still. But blocked them, because what was this stuff about committing it to file as a concern? Oh my goodness. So I went back and I saw that I could block them. I blocked all of them. There were more than 2. There were 5 or I don't know how many. Yeah, it's quite a bit. But I blocked all of them. So I don't know if they can still see what I wrote or whatever. But this, this intimidation and all that. I better answer now. Man, and like I said, this makes me think of gaslighting, because you're thinking that you're a member of a group for survivors, support group for survivors of narcissistic abuse, but instead, yeah, you see, and I really feel that they were just basically looking for more people they could, target for abuse, and that's what was going on. I've seen things like this. I have seen this kind of situation before on not just one, type of platform. Bigger ones, smaller ones. When people are doing something like this, and I know, just block, delete, and I deleted that my whole post and everything. But can you imagine people who saw it and were thinking, what were they thinking? I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. I think that most of us, or many of us, who are, survivors and are online and have, been online and read and watched and whatever, we have a clue, that this is just them being abusive. That they would see it more my way than see it as they have some kind of reason for this. No, it was, I think that the second one even used those uppercase, meaning that she's yelling. if you're online and something's supposed to be for survivors of narcissistic abuse, and the person is whatever way in typing or in, maybe a video yelling at people, I don't think that was a good thing. Yeah, to me, because, to me, that definitely had red flags all over the place. This is not good. It's like I said, unsubscribe, block, delete, But I wonder how many other people do, or, it really depends on what stage you're in of, healing. Whether you would say this is the norm, this is what to expect, somebody is going to be an admin, like I said, a little power. That's little power. That's little anything. You're just another person on there. You just made a group. And that's nothing spectacular about you. But some people let it go to their head. Some, not all, some. And other people would see that this is a person in power. Somebody who runs a group. No, it's just another person. But I'm not trying to humiliate anybody who would think that because we're all at different stages, and some people, and it also can be an age thing. I don't want to say it's always an age thing. It's not, because some people, it could be the age of how long they've been online, even on different things or whatever. It could be how long they've been familiar with something, or how often are they in contact with other people who might act like that. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not trying to humiliate them, but I am trying to make awareness. No, people online don't have any control over you like that. Unless it's somebody who works for them, and then it's questionable how much control. So if you join a group, you join a group that, and they post that they don't want anybody selling anything on their group, or they don't want any videos on their group. Yeah, that's their group. Okay, you don't have to be a member of their group. You don't have to try to sell something or post, video or an outside link or whatever. You don't have to do that. You don't have to join it. You can leave. That's true. And I think that if you do something and you didn't realize you shouldn't do that, if they tell you, then okay. But and this was not a group, by the way, that I'm talking about that had any of those. But if somebody then started demanding, or somebody tells you they work for them, whatever it is, I'd be questioning that, to try to get power and dominance over you. But somebody just trying to be a control freak, So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, share on your own social media if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.